Ladies and gentlemen, and I suppose everyone in between, this is the video that we've all been anticipating. This is the video where I have the pleasure to tell you that Marco Mendicino is officially tapping out. He is done. The Liberal cabinet reshuffling in an attempt to salvage all of the damage that they have done to themselves is in full effect. Omar Algebra, the ratatat of the Liberal cabinet, and Marco Mendicino, boxhead, who everybody despises due to, I don't know, all of his insane policies, but not limited to, but including the gun buyback program and the insane gun bans, which he has been the head of. He's tapped out. Both of those ministers are officially done. Welcome back to another video, everybody. This is the best video that I have ever made because it shows real consequences, real accountability for real life mistakes. Politicians have been held above everybody else to a standard which is inexplainable. They have done so much damage to us people, to the country, to the economy. Damage that we don't even know if it's ever going to be able to be undone realistically, right? But the first step is holding these a-holes accountable. Welcome back to another video, everybody. Oh, this is a great week for Canadian news. Before we get into it, I want to encourage you to give a like. Just smash the hell out of that like because I love delivering you this type of news. And subscribe if you're not already, or if you're watching this on Facebook, hit that follow button and turn those post notifications on YouTube so you can stay notified of these types of videos and updates, because while we're fighting government suppression, Trudeau's personal algorithm, and YouTube suppression, and you know how it goes, right? Just because you're subscribed doesn't mean you're actually going to get notified, but hitting that bell notification on YouTube adds kind of a layer of insurance. All right, let's get into it. We got some big juicy updates today. Trudeau overhauls his cabinet, drops 7 ministers, and shuffles most portfolios. Now, obviously, people want to know what's happening to Marco. He's gone. Really? Oh, yeah, we're going to start off with the big one. Marco Mendicino, official on Twitter, as of today, you can see July 26th, has released an official statement. It has been an honor to serve as minister for nearly 4 years. I'm proud of all we've accomplished at immigration and public safety. Yuck. From welcoming a record number of new Canadians to advancing a historic gun control bill to improving Indigenous policing and more. Yuck. If you ask around, you'll find that the government, the Liberal government, has not actually done as much as they have promised and or said that they have done for Indigenous communities. There are a plethora amount of Indigenous communities that have still no clean drinking water, no real resources that the Liberal government said at their last federal election, we're going to provide Indigenous communities the resources that they need to live, a first world type of lifestyle. The Liberals have not done that. The only promise that the Liberals have actually delivered is legalizing medicinal marijuana, or I guess marijuana in general. That's the only thing that the Liberal government has actually accomplished. Other than that, nothing really. But let's take a look at his official statement. It has been an honor to serve Canadians as minister for nearly 4 years. I want to thank the Prime Minister for this opportunity. I am proud of the work I led while holding the immigration and public safety portfolios. This includes welcoming a record number of aspiring new Canadians amidst a global pandemic, passing historic gun control legislation through the House of Commons, making significant strides to advance Indigenous policing, and chairing the most recent Five Eyes Ministerial Conference in New Zealand, where we strengthened allied efforts to combat foreign interference and protect democracies. I want to thank my staff and the public service for their tireless work and all that we achieved together. There remains much to be done, and I'm confident you will carry the torch going forward, which is definitely a good analogy for how the country's state is right now. The country's on fire because of torches and because of liberal stupidity. The amount of gaslighting that the liberals do, where they fly into these communities that are on fire and they say, hey, your community is on fire. That's why we need to increase the carbon tax. How delusional are you? I know we're getting off a little tangent here, but I just can't help myself. Okay. I cannot extend enough gratitude to the members of the national security and law enforcement communities. Thank you for beating up Canadians. No, it doesn't say that, sorry. Thank you for putting yourselves in harm's way to protect Canadians every single day. We do not say this nearly enough. To my cabinet and caucus colleagues, it remains a privilege to work with you. The seating arrangements may move around in the House of Commons from time to time, but we are family and committed to the same cause. No. You are not family. You are there to do a job and to serve Canadians. You are a public servant. It is not a family. It is a job as a public servant. This delusion that we're all in this together, like it's High School Musical or some shit. No, I'm sorry, but I'm not accepting that part of the statement. That's a weird thing to put into an official government statement as a, resignation. We're all family. You're not. I'm sorry. You're not. And if you are, Canadians don't give a crap. We don't care about how you feel about your work environment, if it's family or not. You're there to be a public servant, and that's it. Above all, thank you to my family and friends back home. Without your love, support, and unwavering sacrifice, I would not have been able to meet the rigorous demands of being a cabinet minister. Or I guess you have failed to meet the rigorous demands of being a cabinet minister. Those who know me well know that politics is in my blood and that my roots in Eglinton Lawrence run deep. I am so grateful to the good people of my constituency whom I have every intention of continuing to serve for the remainder of this mandate and into the next election. Dishonorable Marco Mendicino. And the comments are just roasting and people laughing. Thanks for the clown show. Marco, you lied repeatedly and deceived without remorse. You laughed at putting a tank on the streets against the citizens of this country. You are a complete failure in each file under your control. I wish you the best so long as you never again have power over the people. And, well, I say this with the utmost lack of sympathy. You will not be missed. You were a horrible, horrible minister. You did not do your job properly. You did not serve and protect Canadians. You served and protected your own interests and the interests of the Liberal cabinet by gaslighting, by harming, by manipulating Canadians and ruining the Canadian economy. I think my dogs could have done a better job than you as a public minister, because at least when my dogs are asked a question in the House of Commons, they're dogs and will answer in a dog fashion. You, however, Marco Mendicino, answer like a dog dressed as a human being, completely inappropriate. And so nobody feels bad that Marco Mendicino is Baba Felicia. Not one single person feels bad. And same with Omar Algebra. And we've covered a video on that, which I believe was my previous video to this upload. Who is next? Who are the 7 members of the Liberal cabinet who have been let go? Well, you're going to have to stay tuned for that answer, because I will be posting many more videos on this cabinet reshuffle and covering this to the best of my ability. But that's where we're going to end this video. And I'd love to pass a question off to you. How does this make you feel? How does it make you feel that for the first time ever in Canadian history, we have real accountability, not in the form that we had hoped. We had hoped that Marco would have been fired publicly and humiliated long time ago. But through a cabinet reshuffle, that's just a nicer way of saying you're fired at the next election, right? It's just a nicer way of putting that down. That's politics, right? They don't really come out and go, you're fired. Only one politician has ever done that in the history of politics, and that's Donald Trump. So I'd love to know what you guys think down below. Accountability, we will take it where we can get it, but we do need more accountability. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I know we're all hoping and praying that Trudeau is next. And well, that's all the more reasons to be subscribed with those post notifications on, because very may well be Trudeau next. See you in the next one. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. If you want to support the channel financially, you can do so by checking out the merch shop linked right up there. Or if you want to do something for free, which is also absolutely acceptable and highly encouraged, you can subscribe right there. If you want to continue watching videos like this, you can do so by clicking or tapping right there to watch the next upcoming video. And if you want to watch a little bit of different content, but also Canadian stuff, you can do so by clicking right up there. That's my second channel, House of Canada, also known as the House of Commons Highlights. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.